Morning, everyone. My name is Mathan Supramaniam, and our co-authors are Dr. Pesang and Dr. Oscar Dausin. We are from University of Malaysia, Sabah. We are truly honored to be part of the 8th IRCMST 2025. Today, I'll present our study on how critical thinking abilities mediate the relationship between big five personalities and job performance of assistant managers in Sabah oil palm plantation companies. Let's look into deeper understanding. Sabah's oil palm industry faces complex challenges from sustainability to climate volatility. Yet, 84.5% of assistant managers score average in technical tasks. Our research addresses gaps in understanding how personality and critical thinking drive performance. Critical thinking is indispensable in fast-paced industry like oil palm plantations, where assistant managers tackle technical challenges, labor disputes, and sustainability pressures. Yet, existing research overlooks how critical thinking bridges personality traits and job performance in this context. Our study fills this gap by focusing on Sabah, a global palm oil hub, where skilled assistant managers are critical to operational success. By examining the big five traits and their interplay with cognitive skills, we aim to inform better leadership development strategies. We aim to answer three questions. How do big five traits influence performance? Does critical thinking mediate this link? And what can organizations do to bridge skill gaps? The key concepts for the big five traits are openness, conscientiousness, etc., shape workplace behavior. Job performance combines technical skills, namely task performance, and adaptive behaviors, namely context performance, whereas critical thinking bridges these elements. We have surveyed 150 assistant managers using validated scales for personality, critical thinking, and job performance. Data were analyzed via regression to test mediation effects, guided by Barron and Kenny's 4-steps model. Key findings number one, conscientiousness emerged as the strongest predictor of performance. Organized, disciplined AMs excelled. However, openness had a surprising negative impact. Creative Gen X AMs might struggle with rigid protocols, and Gen Y and Gen Z apparently lack of exposure to an estate technical operations and an estate management includes leadership. Well, 36.8% of job performance variance is explained by big five trait or ocean and demographic. What does this mean? Over one-third of differences in job performance among assistant managers can be attributed to their personality traits, education, age, and experience. Think of this like a pie chart. Over a third of what makes someone effective at their jobs comes from personality and background. The remaining 63% could be factors like leadership style, motivation, or external challenges. So, interpretations of regression results and implication for AMs in oil palm plantation companies are the direct effect of personality traits on job performance. Openness shows higher openness, reduced job performance. Interpretation, creative or innovative AMs may struggle with structured tasks, adhering to protocols or for yield monitoring, leading to inefficiencies for 39% of AMs without agricultural background. Lack of experience and exposures in oil palm plantation companies operation and management for AMs below 5 years of experience for with and without agricultural background. So, proposed action provide structured frameworks to channel creativity and gain experience like innovation within compliance guidelines. Assistant managers' talent development program would be much fast and effective approach to enhance their openness traits. Conscientiousness, higher conscientiousness boosts job performance, interpretation, organized discipline and self-efficacy AMs excel in technical tasks and contextual tasks. Example, pest control scheduling and resource allocation. It could apply to all AMs regardless of years of experience and related agricultural background. So proposed action reward goal-oriented behaviors like recognizing for meeting deadlines. On the other hand, extraversion, agreeableness, and neutralism, insignificant effect, but positive relationship. Social traits, ENA, and emotional stability and have reasonably positive direct impact on job performance. Assistant managers need more mentorship. Interpretation, technical roles in oil palm plantation company prioritize task execution over social emotional factors. Proposed action focus training on technical skills as well as social traits such as leadership. Conscientiousness is the superstar here. It directly boosts job performance and also strengthens critical thinking ability. Interpretations of regression results and implication for AMs in oil palm plantation companies. Effect of personality traits on critical thinking ability. Openness is higher. Openness weakens critical thinking ability. Interpretation. Overly creative AMs may neglect analytical rigor, leading to flawed decision, untested sustainability methods, for instance. Proposed actions train assistant managers to balance creativity with evidence-based reasoning. For conscientiousness, higher conscientiousness strengthens critical thinking ability. Interpretation, systematic assistant managers use critical thinking to optimize workflows. Proposed actions develop scenario-based workshop to enhance problem solving. Extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, no significant impact on critical thinking abilities. Critical thinking ability adds another 20.1% to this explanation. This means critical thinking ability acts like a bridge, translating traits like conscientiousness into actionable skills like problem solving. Interpretation of regression results and implication for assistant managers in oil palm plantation companies. Mediating role of critical thinking ability on job performance, that is CTA to JP. Strong critical thinking ability directly improve job performance. So the interpretation is AMs with sharp analytical skills resolve operational challenges faster. Proposed actions is integrate critical thinking ability modules into leadership's program, probably case studies on crisis management. Indirect effects via critical thinking ability, openness, indirect effect. Critical thinking ability partially explains why high openness harms job performance. Creative assistant managers may overcomplicate tasks, reducing efficiency. Conscientiousness, indirect effect. Critical thinking ability amplifies the positive impact of conscientiousness. Methodical assistant managers use critical thinking to refine processes. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of Sabah oil palm industry hinges on one critical asset, its people. Our research reveals that assistant managers with strong critical thinking abilities and conscientiousness habit drive exceptional performance. But how do we unlock this potential? First, HR practices must evolve. Train assistant managers to balance openness, that is, adaptability to climate and market shifts, with conscientiousness, the discipline to execute flawlessly. Imagine an assistant manager who can pivot strategies during a pest outbreak and meticulously track progress. That's the power of pairing creativity with structure. Next, prioritize critical thinking ability development through workshops focused on analysis, inference, and scenario-based problem solving. We transform raw talent into strategic leaders. Picture assistant managers diagnosing oil issues with data, not guesswork. That's operational excellence in action. But training alone is not enough. Reward conscientious behaviors. Celebrate assistant managers who meet deadlines and optimize workflows. For Gen Y and Gen Z, pair mentorship with structured innovation frameworks. Let seasoned managers guide young talent while creative minds propose solutions with compliance boundaries. In closing, this is not just about skill, it's about culture. By investing in critical thinking ability and aligning personality strengths with operational needs, we don't just push performance, we future-proof an industry. Let's empower assistant managers to think critically, act decisively, and lead sustainably. The hours of tomorrow starts with the choice we make today. Our study has limitations. English-only surveys may exclude some respondents, and findings are specific to Sabah. Future work should explore motivation and leadership style. Next steps, investigate generational soft skills and create bilingual training. For industry, invest in leadership programs to harness conscientiousness and critical thinking. In conclusion, critical thinking is the linchpin that transforms personality traits into workplace success. By fostering conscientiousness and structured creativity, we can empower assistant managers to thrive. Well, number of references related to variables. This study acknowledges the limited availability of recent empirical literature within the past 5 years, addressing the interplay of personality, traits, critical thinking ability, and job performance within the oil palm plantation sector. A systemic review of databases, Scopus, Web of Science, Google Scholar revealed a critical insufficiency of sector-specific studies, with extant research predominantly focused on generic managerial context or unrelated industries. The foundational work cited remain important due to the pioneering nature of this investigation, as no prior studies have empirically examined these constructs in the oil palm industry, particularly within Sabah's unique agricultural ecosystem. While current literature in adjacent fields informs the theoretical framework, the absence of directly applicable recent studies emphasizes both the newness and urgency of this research. This gap highlights the necessity of leveraging older yet contextually relevant studies to establish a baseline while contributing original insights to advanced sector-specific knowledge. Well, these are some references for audience view. Again, another list of references for audience view. Ladies and gentlemen, I can be contacted at my email address displayed. And also a special acknowledgement to my supervisors, participants, and University of Malaysia, Sabah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind attention. I welcome questions or collaboration to advance this research. Let's cultivate a resilient oil palm industry together. Thank you.